Sir, now you are able to share your screen. Dr. Senthil Kumar. Please share your screen, sir.
I think now the screen is visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, we can see.
So everybody seeing my screen?
Yes, sir, it's visible. It's visible.
Okay, okay, thank you, thank you. So let us, sorry for the disturbance in between some bandwidth issue, because we are sharing the remote locality from Coimbatore to Delhi. So that's why it is having some issues. Anyway, I will start again this thing. That mandatory approvals, lastly we discussed. Now it is what are all the mandatory approvals? It occurs from the residential and non-residential buildings. Particularly this multi-storied buildings. Fire and vaporizer operation approval from fire and rescue departments of the concerned states or union territory. Then lift elevator operation license from the electrical inspectorate of the concerned states. Electrical transformer operation approval from the electrical authorities. Then generator or DG set operation approval from the electrical authorities, including the CPCB approved methodology and DG set norms. Then PV solar panel electricity generation. That is, if the PV solar panel is installed in the multi-story building, we have to get the special approval from the electricity generation, and that should be connected to the net metering of the respective building. Then norms prescribed for the accessible built environment, such as ramp, toilets, tactile indicators, visual indicators, signage, etc. That is, accessible built environment means nothing but physically challenged people, those who are using for the particular multi-story building, should be accessed very freely without anybody's help. For that purpose, government has given certain norms that has to be provided in every multi-storied building. Then budget for operational cost and residential and non-residential. What are all the budget provisions to be made in the building? That is, what are the cost involved in the operation and residential operation of residential and non-residential buildings. Electricity consumption cost, then fuel charges for operation of DG sets, charges payable to the disposal of sewage and water supply, and charges for a contractual labor engagement in sweeping and cleaning of the other allied works, then cost of urgent replacement of fittings and fixtures, then charges payable towards property tax and land tax, etc. These are all the taxes or charges which we have normally incurred in the all residential and non-residential buildings. Then what are all the types of maintenance? That is planned or preventive maintenance, which is are planned to take place at a defined interval or regular intervals in order to keep the building in good condition or good accessible working condition. That is called, for example, you can take it preventive maintenance or painting of walls, repairs to plastering, seepage arresting, and wall crack rectifications. All these things are planned and preventive maintenance. Then what are all the corrective maintenance, which are the maintenance are which correctives are which are caused by unforced breakdown or failure of structural member, accessories, fixtures due to various actions, drainage damages or any other structural damages by natural calamity like fire, flood, cyclone, earthquake, etc. are called as corrective maintenance, which is includes, for example, you can take it toilet repair, suddenly some urinal or wash basins, whatever it may be, fell down or cracked or damaged, that is called corrective measure. Drainage clog, then roof plastering, damage of woodwork and lock fittings, etc. These are all called a corrective maintenance. This typical example of what are the maintenance item which flowchart type I have explained. Maintenance, this is time based. Preventive maintenance means it's a time based, failure finding, condition based, predictive and risk based. All these five items will come under preventive maintenance. Then corrective maintenance means deferred or emergency. Certain items which can be deferred for some period, that is a corrective maintenance which can be done. And emergency means immediately. Suppose a pipe is leaked, we have to do the emergency repair. That is called corrective maintenance. Then type of maintenance, with preventive maintenance itself, lot of involvement is included. That is, preventive maintenance is essential to keep the building services in serviceable condition. It means you have to do the building services in very quick and phased manner. That is called preventive maintenance. And it is to be taken up so that the service of assets which will not fail due to wear and tear, or those components and services expected to fail are replaced well in advance or well in time. This is time based. Preventive maintenance is which is called maintenance work taken on fixed time, regular interval. That means once in 2 years painting work, and certain periods water supply lines has to be changed. That are all come under time based in preventive maintenance. Failure finding means finding of possible failures such as cracks, damage and fittings. Suppose when you are inspecting a terrace building, you may notice that lot of cracks are there. It means we have to find the failures of the particular places. So it will require some immediate attention to prevent the further cracks or failure. So that will be as a failure finding of preventive maintenance. Then condition based preventive maintenance and predictive based preventive maintenance. It means maintenance works is initiated as a predictive. That is called example of roof repair work. That is predictive work that we have to do that. Then risk based maintenance, that is called maintenance work is in such as electrical pole breakage or switches damage. That is all coming under preventive maintenance. The following categories, there's a cleaning of roof, inlet of drain, rainwater pipes, kuras, sajjas, sunset top. These are all coming under preventive maintenance, which has to be addressed before a certain period. For example, winter season, we have to, when monsoon season starts, before the monsoon, we have to clean all these things. Otherwise, that whatever the decayed leaves or other materials which will clog the rainwater, and that will create a problem in roof, stagnation of water. Due to cracks in roof, it will penetrate into the below the roof portion. So that has to be taken as a preventive maintenance. Then cleanness and waterproofing of Mumty roof. This is one of the major failure which we are not noticing many buildings. The Mumty roof, whatever we are, the Mumty roof means which is nothing but a terrace roof. Wherever the terrace building ends, before that headroom is called as a Mumty roof. That portion we have to clean it. Otherwise, that entire, if the roof is not properly maintained, that seepage will penetrate to ground floor level. So that is the major problem which we are not facing, which we are facing regularly, not intervening in the particular type of headroom repair work or Mumty room repair work. Leakage from terrace tanks, that also we have to taken care very carefully. Sorry, 1 minute. So in addition to that, damage of waterproofing in terrace building, that is because of the roof, like dish antenna installation and solar panels and some other weeds and vegetations which is kept by the birds. That will create a lot of problem in maintenance work. Then cracks and grid plasters, falling of concrete, that also we have to make it clear, so that, and leakages and seepages, wherever we are noticing that leakages or seepages or some algae forming, all these things you have to taken care and do the preventive maintenance immediately. So that shaft of whatever OS kitchen side or toilet side open spaces will be there. That shafts leakages will be many building we notice. That has to be attended very promptly and regularly at a regular interval. And more or less all the buildings having whichever wherever we are using wooden work, that termite attack will be there. That has to be taken care regularly. Then the cleaning of manholes and sewer lines, that has to be done as a preventive maintenance whenever it is like normally monsoon period. We have to, before the start of monsoon, we have to do all these things. Then damaged cables or abandoned service lines. Lot of people, mostly the electricians, they will simply leave the electrical wires many places. That damaged cable, they will replace the new one, but old one will be lying there itself. So that has to be removed immediately and taken care of for the other maintenance works. Then the electrical systems like main boards are are to be checked thoroughly every 6 months or 1 year to avoid the failure of system. Then fire service, particularly the hot weather condition, assessment of electrical load due to additional service, etc. This has to be checked. Yeah, because hot summer period, we used to consume very high quantity of electrical energy. That may cause a lot of electrical short circuits. So to avoid all these things, we have to take preventive maintenance regularly. Then unprotected heaters in that may also cause fire accident. Then what is corrective maintenance? Where during that our discussion, we discuss only preventive maintenance. This is corrective maintenance. What is the corrective maintenance? It is two types is there: deferred and emergency. Deferred means maintenance work deferred to financial constraints. So suppose if some work is there, you want to plan in some summer period to rectify the roof work. Due to financial constriction, your company or your office or yourself is not able to meet the expenditure, that can be deferred for some period. That is called a deferred work. Then the emergency is, it is also known as a breakdown maintenance. Unexpected breakdown of or change of condition of the building that results an immediate threat to health and safety. That is called emergency corrective maintenance work. Additions and alterations also we are main item which we have to take care of. All additions and alterations to be carried out as per the approval of the architect and or competent authority. Suppose if terrace floor you want to construct one more floor, whether it is approved as per the local bylaws, we can do it or not, that we have to decide it. It shall be ensured by the architect. And this due to additions or alterations, whether the FSI or FAR, it means floor space index or floor area ratio, whether it is increased or not. If it is increased, you cannot go for the permanent structures. You can go for temporary structures. So that is called additions and alterations, which are to be taken care of in the things. Then upgradation works, which is not involving the FSI or FA or the we can do it. Because suppose a big hall is there, we can to make it a group of people to sit in that hall. We can make it as a temporary partition, that is called upgradation work of the particular floor. So that is not required any approval from the government or any other competent authority. Then all additions and alteration works should be carried out as per the fire safety norms. So if these are all things are mainly comes for the multi-storied buildings. That means whatever the maximum that fire safety conditions are, the less than 15 meter or 18 NBC code says less than 18-meter height of building, which does not require a special approval from the fire safety norms. So these things are we have to adapt it. Then currently we are using these energy efficiency measures to cut short the electrical consumption. We are fixing LED fittings and energy efficient fans and air conditioners. That means inverter air conditioners, solar rooftop panels, etc. That all to be installed as per the government guidelines only. The repair works are classified under the mentioned category. Is called day-to-day repair service facilities, annual repair, including preventive maintenance, special repairs, additions, alterations, upgradation. Modalities of the maintenance. The maintenance works are undertaken through one of the following. Either it is work charged employment or work charged staff or through contract. Further, the contract classified as a contract for specific work, contract for the comprehensive maintenance, all which are coming under the modalities of maintenance. Then what are all the day-to-day repairs? The day-to-day repairs are removing chokage, drainage pipe, manholes restoration, water supply, repairs to faulty switches, watering plants, etc., which are all coming day-to-day repair. This can be engaged through outsourcing agencies. That is one of the major costs involved in the regular maintenance. And for example, these are all the day-to-day maintenance. The first figure shows the manual cleaning work, how to do in day-to-day maintenance, and repair of switch, which is also coming under the regular maintenance. And for the day-to-day repair works, mostly the government departments, which are residential purpose, we need to maintain a worker's notebook. So whenever the complaint comes, you have to record the complaint and allot the work to particular worker. Whether the complaint has been completed or not, that has to be monitored regularly. This normally done by the junior engineer or site supervisor, whatever it may be. According to the company, the designation may vary, but this is the CPWD adopted maintenance manual workers notebook. This model only we have to maintain to monitor the what are the day-to-day works which we are taking up. Then types of repair works in annual repair works. That is mainly annually we have to do some annual repairs for the particular building. The works of periodical nature like whitewashing, color washing, distumbering, painting, etc. are called annual repair works, and these are generally undertaken through the system of contracts. So regular contractor will do all these things. That the annual repairs we have to fix the how much amount we need. That all other things we have to predict it, so that next year we can take it particular annual repair works of the painting, replacement of switches, sockets, etc. All this comes under the annual repair works. Then this is the one of the building which I have executed for as a maintenance of non-residential building. Annual repair. It is a water storage tank of 108 cubic meter capacity. Before repair, it's a lot of peeling of plastering and painting is faded. A lot of damages are you can see. Then after the repair work done, it has come like this. So the painting and including epoxy painting, water lines are changed, plasterings, peeled up plasterings are rectified. All these things coming under the some examples of annual repair and maintenance. These are also one lintel was damaged, that has to be repaired, is called coming under annual maintenance. After repair, this lintel portion is you can see that lintel portion that was clearly mentioned using the epoxy groutings and all other things, that work was done. And these periodical repairs we have to monitor by putting a register nowadays, but using IoT, lot of softwares are come, but still as per the CPD maintenance manual, they are following this register, because some of the people, those who are occupying in the government quarters, they are not able to access the computer. That time it is very difficult to find out the repair, what are all the repairs done or not. So they usually maintain this type of register. This is called the periodical repairs and maintenance of register, which we annually, that junior engineer will check it, what are all the things, which quarters we have to do, all these things, it is maintained under a register. The format of register is given below. So similarly, that what are all the maintenance, annual or periodical maintenance has to be done. For example, any item of work, residential or non-residential, certain period of period only it will stand the painting. So that periods are once in 2 years or 3 years, that has to be standardized by the government authorities, and they have tabulated things. But painting with example for the some maintenance works, painting with plastic or acrylic emulsion paints, if you use it in a residential building, once in 3 years we have to do. Similarly, for the office building, once in 3 years we have to do. Whereas, if the hospital building means we have to go for 1 year. Every year we have to go for operation theater rooms, that is called OT rooms. Every year painting has to be done. Similarly, for the other areas, once in 2 years, hospital buildings has to be done. Laboratories, same thing, 2 years. Schools, once in 2 years, we have to do painting. Then, similarly, they have listed out, it is all available in the maintenance manual, and I will send these slides to Yograj Singh, who will send it to you. Okay, it's a format of the what we are doing in the government departments. That only I have reproduced. And for estimation purpose, that plinth area rates for annual civil maintenance as on 1/4/2020 for non-residential building. For example, a non-residential building, we should not incur expenditure more than that thing. That is the main criteria. For example, normal office building, that service charges, that what is mean by service charges? It means that janitor service, housekeeping, garden, everything, it should not exceed 144 rupees 75 paise plus cost index of the per square meter per year. So for example, if you are having 1,000 square meter area of building, normal office building, that area total service charge should not exceed 144 rupees plus cost index into 1,000 rupees, 1,000 square meter. Whatever the amount coming, that is the maximum amount allowed. You should not increase that much. Similarly, for the annual repair of the normal office building should not exceed the 626.60 per square meter. 1,000 square meter means 6,260 is the maximum amount allowed for the normal office building annual repair. It means that 62.60 into 1,000 square meter in plus cost index for the each square meter. That may vary because these rates which I have given is 2019 fixed rates. After that, they have not revised so far by the CPWD. So similarly, the cost should not exceed the maximum limit which we have given in the tabular form for the normal office building. So suppose if the building in the under north or south blocks of secretariat, separate rate, that then parliament houses and parliament annex, that is the separate rate. Supreme Court areas, that separate, and hospitals area, that is separate. Another thing also, these annual civil maintenance or non-residential building for the certain items such as special repairs which we required urgently. It means that some suddenly fall of roof slab, roof peeled off and it has fall down, or terrace we have to do some epoxy coating for the seepage, arresting of seepage. All these comes under special repairs. That also they have fixed ceilings. If the building is age is less than 0 to 20 years, then certain rate they have fixed, 59 rupees 60 paise per square meter area per year, not for the thing. Then if it is a building is 21 to 40 years, then rate will be little bit higher. Then above 40 years means the rate will be bit. All these things, your estimated cost should not exceed this much amount. That is the major thing we have to note it. If you send an estimate to the government or whatever it may be, it should not exceed this much rupees per square meter per year. Then similarly for these residential buildings also, that they have fixed certain service charges rates and annual repair charges, special repair charges, etc. So if the quotas is type 1 to type 5, one rate they have fixed. Now there all these things, multi-storied buildings they have come, and slightly the rate is higher side. This was a normal residential building which is having a ground plus 1 or ground plus 3. For that purpose, they have fixed these rates. If that is a multi-story building having 18 floors or 20 floors, the rates of type 1 or type 2, 5 floors quotas is there, then that rates will be a little bit higher. For example, MP's house, MP minister's bungalows, all these things, the rates will be, service charge will be 252.65 per square meter per year. Then court halls and high court judges' residence also same thing. Hostels around 163.15 rupees per square meter. Then comes to Rashtrapati Bhavan and VIP, Vice President's house, PM house. All these things, whatever the requirement actually spent on the work, that has to be reimbursed. Then what are all the special repairs to the residential and non-residential building? It is as the building ages, there is a relation to the various parts of the building and services, and major repairs and replacement of elements become inevitable. It becomes necessary to prevent the structure from deterioration and undue wear and tear, as well as restore it back to the original condition, which is called all the special repairs to the buildings. What are all the works which are classified as special repair works? Provision of waterproofing treatment in roof. Then all existing treatments known supposed to be lasted satisfactorily only for a period of 10 years only. This earlier period, whatever the waterproofing which we have done by clay tiles or bitumen sheets, etc., that all maximum period 10 years, then it has to be replaced after 10 years. Then repair of internal roads and pavements. Then repair of flooring, skirting, dado and plasters. Then replacement of doors and window frames, shutters, fittings. Replacement of water supply and sanitary installation like water tanks, water closets, wash basins, GI pipes, etc. Normally, the GIP, the life of the GI pipe is considered as a 25 years. That after once the installation completed after 25 years, we can replace it. And regrassing, what is it means that every buildings normally residential buildings not much thing, but non-residential buildings, offices and bungalows which are having sorry lot of lawns and other things, particularly for the Delhi area, that has to be taken care as a special repair. Once the lawn is provided, after 5 to 6 years, we have to replace it. Otherwise, whatever the grass materials which is going to be dead, that all to be considered as a special repairs. Then certain garden areas we have to remove hedges and shrubbery. That also comes under special repair. And shifting of garden features to one side to another side or within the building, that has to be considered as a special repair works. Then all electrical equipments installation after their useful life. Suppose some switch gears, they will say 15 years life is there. So that has to be replaced once. That is called a special repair works of the non-residential or residential building. Then the economic life of the certain buildings under normal occupancy, maintenance condition is to be considered as a stable as given thing. For example, if you are monumental building, the age should be in 100 years. RCC framed structures 75 years, load bearing structures 55 years, then semi-permanent structures 30 years, purely temporary structures 5 years. The life of the building is only indicative purpose, which I have shown in the slide. But it depends on these several factors like location, utilization, specification, and maintenance, etc. Because according to that, the life may be slightly increase or decrease. And this is one model of a register of special repairs. This is called once in special repair which we required. It means replacement of door or window, that all comes easily. Emergency work. Suppose if the toilet door or some other loft door is damaged, that can be taken up a slight period of deferment, that is 15 days or 1 month or within 6 months. So that that type of works all to be treated as a special repair work, and that has to be entered in a special register that can be monitored easily, and within the period of time these works are carried out. For that monitoring purpose only, these registers are suggested. And the essential parameters of the repair materials, that is one of the important aspect. We have to carefully select the materials for the repair works. That is normally the low shrinkage of properties and workability, good bond strength with existing substrata, and minimal or no curing requirement, low air or water permeability, aesthetic to match the existing surround, and cost should be economical, and the material should be a non-hazardous or non-pollution. It should be better avoid more chemicals, and durability and non-gradable, degradable. That is all. These are all the essential parameter which we have to select the repair materials. Why the repair and maintenance of concrete are so important is one of the major important part in the repair and maintenance work, which we are all facing all the engineers in nowadays. This is called the repair of concrete structures. The damages is mainly because of broadly classifying as a reinforcement corrosion, lesser insufficient reinforcement, damage due to chemical reactions, structural damage, damage due to excessive load or design loads, damage due to fire, damage due to seismic forces, damage due to any other external or natural calamities. All these things factors are mainly involving for made damage to the concrete structures. Then these repair or work has to be carried out and by inspecting periodically and documenting of the each and every item in the artistic structures, because a routine maintenance engineer will inspect the building regularly and find out where the defects are coming and where the corrosion of the reinforcement seen, etc. That has to be noted in a specific form of register so that they can take up the work immediately whenever the damage was seen. So immediately they can safeguard the building. Then certain period during a winter season or a monsoon period, they will go around and find out the penetration of moisture content from the roof slab and concrete covers wherever the damages are occurred, and all these things, plastering cracks, fungus growth, and whatever the external rendering work damages, etc., any distress from the concrete, all these things are to be noted by the regular engineers, maintenance engineers, and that has to be taken care of. Then, what are all the major activities involved in the repair and rehabilitation of the buildings, which includes approach of rehabilitation of any building is categorized. Uh, Performing a structural audit or structural inspection of the building, then evaluation of various type of retrofitting systems and whatever the options available in the market, materials, what materials available, feasibility, how to do, then whether it can be repaired by economically or not. All these things to be analyzed for the repair and maintenance of the buildings. Then what are all the retrofitting method which we are proposing, whether it is effective or not, and whether the system will get rehabilitation or not. If we do that, whatever retrofitting work which we have done is economical or not. All these things we have to find out. Then main deterioration is in the concrete or mainly depends on the distress on construction or construction deficiency. That is all physical aspect of the durability. That because of due to high water cement ratio, inadequate curing, poorly graded aggregates, covering thickness and shuttering joints, wrong placement of reinforcement, all will act as a physical damage or distress to the construction. Then what are all the other deteriorations or distress? Some chemicals also will give a lot of concrete structure damage or deterioration may occur due to chloride attack, chemically chloride attack, sulfate attack, reactive aggregates. Then it is also depends on distress, also depends on the due to design deficiency. That means wrong assessment of design loads and shrinkage or thermal movement, etc. So according to this, design only that durability of the concrete will maintain. Then due to the environmental effect or extrinsic distress, we can see environmental physical attack. That means healing or cooling suspension, disintegration, then wet or drying increase of the porosity, then abrasion of the surface, reduce the cover thick. So all these things are the physical environmental distress. Then chemical in the distress of the concrete may cause due to the dispersion of steels, then expanding compound of rusting pressure. All these will come under chemical distress of extrinsic. So according to the National Building Code and CPD Handbook of RCC structures, there are a lot of classes available for repair and requirements. Class O is cosmetic and class 1 is superficial. Class 2 is patch repair. Class 3 is principal repair. Class 4 is major repair. So these are all the standard method of classification which is maintained by the CPD. That is class 0 is only final finishes which is required to be decoration purpose. That is called class 0. Class 1 means final finishes of the plastering and structural cracks. All these things in superficial works are called as a class 1. Similarly, for all these things, then major repair means it's a major structural repair comes under the class 4 of the damages classification. So some of the examples I am putting. This is under residential building. Repair of tile joints to control seepage from toilet work. So because we noticed some seepages through tile joints from toilet area. That is before the start of work, we have taken the photograph, and after that thing, it is finished with brick fill crack 490 material. It is a lot of materials are available in the market in Fosrock Chemicals, Dr. Fixit, Sikata, whatever material available, you choose the material and do the thing that prevent the seepage of the residential building, toilet and water, bathrooms, wherever it is required. Mainly seepage is from toilet, ground floor people will complain first floor people will complain second floor people, because of all these things are due to the tile leak, joint leakages. And one more thing, it is maximum roof cracks are due to the various factors. So that has to be addressed very properly, otherwise you will get a lot of seepages or something rainwater entering into the roof slab area. That will create a lot of problem to the plastering or peeling of plastering or painting or whatever it may be. So before doing the terrace repair work, so certain things of grooving of cracks has to be done. That is the photograph shown in the terrace building, which we done it. And after that, the treatment was done by the RCC waterproof base work material used, bricks electromatic waterproof coating. That is 2-3 types of materials are available, and present day it is a lot of waterproofing coat materials are available. Based on the cost and requirement, you can choose whatever it may be. That material has to be used for the terrace seepage, arresting of terrace seepage. These are all the original repair, before repair work, what is there, how the material is mixed, how the base coat is given, all these things shown in the figure. Now, after finishing, this will be the complete shape of a terrace treatment. you won't get any water seepage from terrace. So normally nowadays all most of the waterproofing agents or whatever the materials which we are using, that's all maximum 10 years warranty they are giving. You can use according to your site conditions. And this is the one of the thing, seawater storage tank, that is epoxy coating we are going. So nowadays even residential and non-residential buildings, they are these water storage sumps, they are using this epoxy coating. And only thing, in residential purpose, we cannot use the chemical based epoxy painting. It means you have to use food grade epoxy coating for the sump or water tanks, whatever which we are using in a drinking water purpose. Because this whatever that tanks shown in the figure, which is all maintaining of certain animals like fish or prawn, crab, whatever it may be. So we have used some special type of epoxy coating which is contains more chemical actions. Though it is not a food grade epoxy, but it is highly sensitive for the animals. And this is the zero maintenance finish of the exterior. That will reduce the cost of the exterior painting and all other things, and long lasting for the thing. Only thing we have to take care of the perfect finishing outside of the exterior. Otherwise you will get a lot of cracks. And this also one of the zero maintenance brick veneer fascia tiles which is used for outside. And this many of the old buildings, we are facing a lot of problems in non-residential building, toilet seepage. This the figure shown in the slide is seepage repair work done with the pressure grouting method. So this this portion we are having a two grouting injector pipeline. You can see this is the pipe, two pipes. From that pipe we are using some grouting material which is used as a Zycol plus and grout and mix and cement. All these things, three things in mixed, and we have used for through pressure grouting machine, and the seepage was arrested, which will that grout will go inside the roof slab and will form a foamy like structure. Then it will arrest the complete leakages. And some of the non-residential buildings, suppose if earlier you want to allotted for one office building, and later on that office was vacated, and due to some reasons the lot of structures are damaged. So we can do the column structure by with jacketing method using micro concrete. Micro concrete is entirely different thing, and which can be used for strengthening of columns. The figures shows before repair work and after repair work. Similarly, this is also one of the repair work, but this here we want to take some additional load of the building. For that purpose, this jacket is made, and with similar type of reinforcement, what we are going to kept in the terrace or floor of the building. So additional loads. For that purpose, the jacket is made with similar columns, and which was made in the separate thing. and that has to be transmitted to the foundation. These are all the damaged roof slab before repair work. So some of the work which was executed by me, the roof slab is damaged due to various factors. That was before repair work it was done. Then after repair, it is called the shootcrete is used for repair of damaged roof slab, because a lot of existing reinforcement was completely rusted, and size of the reinforcement was completely damaged. To withstand the load of the roof slab, we used this type of mesh type of reinforcement, and my Sika microcrete was used. And you can notice many of the old buildings which we are due to subsoil settlement, a lot of old houses have been damaged near window or door, whatever it may be, some places due to loads, heavy loads. So that has to be taken care of to maintain that ancient look. So that purpose we are using below the sill level of the window using iron beams. These are all the drawings which where we have used. You see, this portion is to withstand the heavy loads. These type of iron channels we have used, and that loads are equally distributed to the all over area. This comes under the residential building maintenance, and most of the you can see this type of cracks in the where the roof slab and parapet joints. It can be seen very easily. This also one of the repair work which we have to do it, and this called as a shear crack, where you can see this is the shear cracks, and this is effluence due to seepage from the roof. That has to be taken as a then your wooden door frame also completely is like damaged some places. Then this is our one of the office building which residential building which we have done bitumen sheet roofing, because all the base is very good condition, but due to certain cracks in the roof slab, water are penetrating inside the roof slabs. So to curtail that thing, and this bitumen sheet covering is the cheapest method which we have used in a lot of Sika bitumen sheets available, Sika brand bitumen sheets available in the market. And this one of the minor crack, less than 3 mm crack in the roof area, that we can using a small injector type system available in the Sika brand epoxy, that we have used and finished with neatly. Completely the crack was rusted. This is grouting from inside of the roof. It means a room inside, some cracks we found. That was rectified through injecting of grouting. And some of the cracks which in terrace area, we can, it means that more than 3 mm or 6 mm something. Then we can using this type of stabling method can prevent the extension of cracks further. This model is used, and this is the steel iron rod, and it has to be drilled and placed in, and over the top it is plastered neatly. And similar type of thinking, if you are finding a crack in shear cracks in brick wall or stone wall, whatever it may be. This type of methodology used for prevent the further crack of particular wall. It is one of the food material storage ground which is completely used by conventional method of white cement and with blue colors or whatever it may be. Some some are distemper material they use, but after that due to inspection by the food corporation of officials, they said we are going to store a food grade materials here, so you do the work for epoxy painting. So accordingly the work was done with epoxy painting. It's completely foolproof work done by epoxy painting. And these are the some of the works which where I have worked in government, Tamil Nadu state government, restoration and repair and restoration of the temples. The first figure shows the flooring of the temple with cut stone flooring is changed, and the next figure shows the painting work which I have done. And similarly, this also temple wall grading. So normally old temples were having a very big wall. It means width set may be around 45 to 60 centimeters, but we cannot dismantle that wall because it is interconnected with the roof and all other things. If you want to demolish it, and your entire system of the temple restoration will be failed. So to protect the existing old brick walls or stone walls, we will give some granite gladings, which give ornamental look also. So that work also comes under non-residential building repair works. And many many places we are facing water scarcity. So many temples having a temple tanks. That temple was restored in one place at Chennai, and this is totally a new type of repair work which now emerging in many areas. Without disturbing the foundation base, the entire structure will be lifted up to a certain height from the existing ground level. So that is called lifting work. You see the road work is there. The road was raised from the existing ground level. So slowly it is occupying the foundation that may affect the entire building. So to lift that area, we are using jacky lifts and lifted the temple. After finishing, you see the floor of the temple. This is the floor of the temple. From this level to it has raised more than 4 to 5 feet height from the existing road level. You can see this is the original temple floors which before lifting. Now it was lifted like this, but you can see the height of the thing. And this is also one of the best restoration work we can say. The temple tank is having a lot of bushes and low level area, and they cannot because of laterite rocks we are unable to store the water. So for this we have given a renovation work, and the existing pit or small well is raised for a certain height, and the inside of the temple tank laid with clay pitching or and LDPE sheets to retain the water. So this is before renovation, this is after renovation. Then nowadays this repair and maintenance will coming under IoT of building maintenance. So that lot of things are there. So many softwares are available in the market. So for maintenance in small building requires a strategic planning, programming and maintenance. Then building automation system allows you take more efficient and effective approach for the repair and maintenance. That BAS based maintenance helps facility managers automate workflows and schedules, manage priority of and risk, track service records, validate the work, reduce the equipment downtime, improve associates reliability, improve uptime metrics, creative proactive culture that enables fixes before failures. So all these things are BAS based maintenance, which will help the engineer or facility managers to maintain the thing. And this IoT based maintenance approach will be a reactive of certain things. Pros and cons are there. It will reduce the minimum staff, low initial investment, but least efficient and cost effective. Then preventive maintenance, if you go for more effective and cost effective, less equipment failure and more uptime. But only the cons is lack of prioritization and unnecessary maintenance. That will come under. So these all coming under the IoT of the building maintenance and automation system. Some of the softwares are available in the market. Day by day, the softwares are releasing different types. Then CMMS is the one of the best method, which contains a lot of informations. And some of the companies are having CMS is computerized maintenance management software. That are some of the three, four softwares are very good. So that maintenance, e-maintenance software, upkeep, FT maintenance sheet. I think some of the people, your people are using these softwares. So finally, all the things which we are, whatever I have executed, that only I presented in that things. So I hereby thank for my earlier directors of the Government of India and my college mates, those who are having infrastructure works, repair and maintenance they are doing. So everything which I have presented in the presentation is purely executed by me. That's all. Thank you for your things. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, sir. Good morning. This is Amol Kulkarni from Hyderabad.
Yeah, tell me,
Yeah,
sir.
I have a small question. In your entire presentation, I found that you should put up more light on facade maintenance system. Nowadays, you are aware, as it has become a state of art of technology in order to avoid brick masonry and dry peripheral walls. So if you will put some light on this part, what are the types of facade and how it can be maintained, that it will add some value to us.
Yeah, it is true. But whatever the cost wise is slightly higher than the normal thing. That's why I have not included. More or less, still we are not going up in a conventional level. Only the big companies, construction companies, they are going for this whatever you said systems. So I think in future years, everybody the like engineers like you, if come forward, that will be a very effective management of engineering system will come.
Thanks, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
In addition to this, I have one small question. It's only because of curiosity, as you are a doctor into civil engineering subject. I hope you have seen since last 5-6 months, it has been observed that there are several changes taking place in Indian standard codes, such as Indian Standard Code IS 456 for concrete, then IS code for high rise or tall structure buildings IS 18931, then IS code for 1893 seismicity induced designs. So, what do you feel? What's the necessity to have one IS code for mechanical and chemical anchor fasteners which has become nowadays a keen requirement in order to absorb the new structural elements to be get incorporated into the structure and to have a right or an appropriate solution in order to go for structural strengthening or rehabilitation aspect.
It is for mechanical fasteners and other things which is available already. You have to search from the Google. It is available. And now the revision of seismic code is stopped due to some mapping of seismic area, because due to various factors, particularly but climatic change, a lot of difference will be there, and movement of tectonic plates are differ. So at present they stopped the revision of seismic code. Hope they will take up within 1 or 2 years after remapping the entire India, because whatever the seismic zone which we have mapped in, for example, zone 3, it is going to zone 2 level because of climate change and various environmental factors. So slowly they are Indian standard BAS also doing a lot of work backgroundly, but that was not explicit to the all engineers. That is the only problem. So they are silently doing, and lot of works they are doing in BAS to standardize the level according to international standards, not in the Indian restricted standards. It is going beyond the international standards like they are doing. So hopefully another 5-6 years we will get very strict standards for the all type. For example, you take it a concrete in Gulf countries, they will go for only 1.1 factor of safety. But still we are in India, we are doing 2 factor of safety. So that is the difference. So if your standards are strict,
even though it is
then,
considered as 1.5 factor of safety, but as you rightly said, the error or the omissions considered with respect to workmanship, material standards, and all other things tend to get a factor of safety of 2. Yeah.
Yes. So that when if you are going for international standards, that has to be regularly monitored, and we need a skilled engineers. Without skilled engineers, you cannot achieve anything.
Correct, sir.
So
correct.
That's why the people started in Engineering Council of India to standardize the each and everything. So only professionals can do the professional work.
For professional work, yeah.
That is
I will not take much time of you, sir. I have a last question.
Yeah.
Recently, I have seen that major trend is tending towards to go ahead with precast buildings. But when it comes to terrace level slab, if you will imagine the paneled slab structures executed at terrace, over which a protection screed and then a parapet wall joint. So what do you feel? Which is the right waterproofing technique, mechanism, or method should be get implemented to address the weatherproofing aspect of this waterproofing part?
Yeah, normally this waterproofing for the precast structures, better we will go for the polyurethane fixed screeds. That is the only solution. You can avoid the seepages. And where the parapet and roof slab joints, that place only main defect area, that has to be taken care. And mostly that where the parapet and roof slab, precast roof slab joining area, the haunch portion, whatever you can say, that haunch portion, it is a semi curved portion, should be fixed properly. And that waterproofing should be done from the haunch portion at least minimum 30 centimeters above the haunch. So that total from roof slab, you will get around 45 centimeters treated with waterproofing. So you won't get any seepage from the precast slab to inside of the room. That is my advice. It may differ according to the site conditions.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, sir, for your time and for your response on my questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Anshuri,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Sir, wonderful presentation. In fact, sir, as Dr. Sarup was saying, see, post this man-made or natural disasters, we need to be ready for, re-strengthening and, bringing back the structures. That is one part, sir. But today we are talking about, five elements, like planning, designing, execution, operation, and maintenance.
Yes.
When you are talking about the maintenance, because we are talking about the resilience of the buildings, we are talking about the future ready buildings and all. So where this maintenance part and how to go ahead with the carbon footprint reduction, because we are talking about embodied energy, we are talking about operational maintenance in terms of energy efficiency, but not in terms of as such the improving the life of the building. So how to connect this academia and industry and government together? Because ECI is a very nodal, powerful agency. So how to bring this? Can you have your inputs, please?
Yeah. This carbon footprints has to be standardized. For if you see in air travel authority, every ticket they will produce mention it how the carbon emission is there. So like that we have to standardize the carbon emission or carbon footprinting from the all materials. So that has to be done by the BAS. One of the major material which we are using is cement. That is having a heavy carbon footprinting. That has to be modified by adding some other admixtures, whatever it may be. That has to be studied by our research work, and that matter has to be lead. Then only it will be possible to reduce the carbon footprint. So
Sir, in fact, in fact, sorry for interruption, but we are talking about the codes, we are talking about NBC and other things. But I think apart from that, we need to have some kind of general awareness in the public and the end users, because codes are there, and even if you make stringent, I think the mindset has to be changed. I think collectively can do it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
It is the responsibility of the individual.
Yes.
Because they have to abide the rules.
Exactly.
Once you implement the rules, how to find the loophole in the rule, that will not be serve any purpose. It is individual awareness, and whatever the people who studied engineering, they can develop certain things to understand the people.
Yes.
But even today, so many engineers are came from all over India. But when you prepare an estimate and give it to owner, but that owner will trust you. He will not trust. He will trust only masonry.
Yes.
That is the problem. That is the problem. So we have to give, when an engineer gives certain things, it should be some background will be there, like that people, common people should understand. But mostly they will not understand how cheap they are going, like that only they are thinking. So that mentality has to be, if you want a product in good quality, you should spend some amount. Without spending amount, you can't get good product. So
Yes,
that is the problem main. That mentality should be changed by the individual people and all over India. Hope it is slightly now moving. Once the engineers bill is established, then everything will be coming under control. I hope so.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I will add one or two lines to the question of Dr. S.P. Anchuri, sir.
Yeah.
To calculate the carbon productivity and to nullify the resultant effect of it, there are softwares, but unfortunately, we don't have the intellectual property rights belonging to India. A life cycle assessment going to be get carried out under these softwares proposed and recommended by USGBC, LEED and
Yes.
WEN. So there are few consultants who are working from Mumbai, and there are only less than 10 number of consultants working in India who are able to assess the complete life cycle assessment of a building. So from the excavation to till handover, how much of dust is going to be get generated, was generated, how the effect of transportation materials is also contributed to that part. So that entire life cycle assessment will be carried out by a model of simulation. Moreover, a
Yes.
site-based data is also required to substantiate and to evaluate the results what they have observed from software. According to that, they will suggest us what precautionary measures we have to immediately and additionally take it up to nullify the effect and to maintain the same carbon footprint resistance for another 10 years of time span. According to this implementation, once again the USGBC well or lead will do audit on every year basis, and once they will certify, the owner will be able to use those carbon credits into some other countries as well, where they are going to set up their office. So this is how the carbon footprint reduction simulation game revolves around. And one of my friend who is basically IGBC consultant and a member of EEE is also working on this kind of software platform so that it can be reviewed and verified by BIS and then will be made available for all our Indian engineers entity.
Yeah, it is. They have done something, but in government department, it's that whatever IGBC and this
Griha.
systems, they are adapting for certain buildings. But I hope, like solar panels, some subsidy they have given. Like that, if you give for the reduction carbon footprinting, you will get some benefit from the government. Then they may adopt this type of new things.
Correct,
But
correct.
for
Sir.
that, coming up that thing, we need a real professionals using that softwares. That is very important. But nowadays it is very less. If some of the engineering institutions they can prepare or think this type of curriculums in their study period, it will be very helpful. At least they should start as a carbon footprinting as an elective subject in the third year or fourth year of undergraduate and some post graduation level. That will be very useful and it may effective, but it is one of the thing is a long effective methodology for this thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So any others? Okay, Yogaraj ji.
Any other?
I will send that mail to you, that PPT.
Sir.
I have a small request to Mr. Yogaraj Singh.
Sir, please.
We are in receipt of the certificates being issued by ECI, but I have a small request that rather than attended the seminar, if you will use successfully completed the so and so subjected seminar, it will add some weightage to the certificate. Moreover, by virtue of the time, we will be able to showcase the same to our subordinates or colleagues so that we can also ask them to become a member of ECI, and then that is how we will be able to help the engineering fraternity.
I second.
I think Yogaraj Singh cannot take own decision. It has to be decided by the board of directors, I think.
But being a member,
anyway,
it's our humble request to take it up with the ECI members.
Yeah. He will put up a next board meeting so that they can decide it. Because certain things, the board.
Please send us your
I will put up an official
our,
email on this subject
mail.
line, which I have communicated.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can send a mail, sir. That is a good thing, so that he will produce the mail to board of directors, so they can take some decision.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Singh, for organizing this seminar, and thanks, Dr. Senthil Kumar Garu. It's really a pleasure to be with people like you, Dr. SP Anshuri, another innovative technocrat from engineering fraternity. I really appreciate the efforts being taken by ECI and all the dignitaries who are contributing into this engineering fraternity, and people like me are always eager to learn many of the things from you. So thanks a lot again from my end. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to our respected speaker for the insightful session, and thank you to our wonderful audience for your time and attention. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice
Thank
day.
you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Have-
much.
कई देशों की सप्लाई चेन की मेहनत से ये विमान तैयार होता है। ब्रिटेन, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, कनाडा, इटली, डेनमार्क, नीदरलैंड्स, नॉर्वे या तो इसके पार्ट बनाते हैं या फिर अपने इस्तेमाल के लिए अपने देशों में असेंबल करते हैं। F-35 को हिट करना, जख्मी करना ईरान की